Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at what the Cardano price is doing, what the Bitcoin price is doing, and before we start, I have launched the More Crypto Online website. It's still in the making, but every day I'm going to add something here, or maybe not every day, but regularly. There's more content to come. We're actually now a small team working on all of this here together, building a brand. We created a Facebook group, created a Facebook page, created Twitter now. And this is all stuff where we can connect. You can find it here on the website as well. And there is news and updates about what's going to happen here with the brand, and news updates about cryptos coming. Open the merch store where you can find designs and just a way to support the channel really. And technical analysis is going to point you towards my second channel, which is More Trading Online, on which I teach technical analysis every day. So just a heads up that this is now live. And you can check in regularly, and I put a link here in the video description as well. And let's start. So with Bitcoin, where are we? Slight recovery here today. We talked about that earlier today. We can see it here on CoinMarketCap. That is looking quite good, but Cardano dropping again. So that is no surprise. I did talk about it earlier today. We're still trading here on the daily with Bitcoin in that descending triangle. No reason to talk about it very long because not much has changed, but we just had this recovery. And what is very striking is that Bitcoin bulls don't want to give up. They are fighting for to keep the price above the 40,000 level. But in my view, it is inevitable that we are going to drop further, and we need, guys, I just need to say it, give up, because we need this consolidation and we need a further drop for this consolidation to finish. In my view, the earlier the better. Otherwise it will just drag along and will be more and more painful, because nobody likes these days. It's just boring, not much happens, so we just need that to continue and finish this consolidation to finally get that return, and that basically get back into the also short-term uptrend. So we are still in the long-term uptrend, but we need to get back into the short-term uptrend. And again, what we can see here on the hourly chart here was no surprise. This morning I said maybe we get back to that 44k here, but then we are going to drop further, and that is what we did. So I think we're going to drop again, maybe now down to that level, but we are continuing to trade in this descending triangle, and I think this is a very nice formation that is actually going to help us to predict when the breakout to the downside could happen. So it can happen now anytime really, but I would say latest next week, as we're getting closer into this apex here, and then there might be another drop. And I would be really, really surprised if we see that major shift now back to the upside. Of course, I would love it, because I'm a long-term investor anyway, but I don't think we've seen the low yet, and nothing indicates that we see that strong move to the upside yet. You can see that sideways move, slight move to the upside, push down, sideways move, and we just make lower lows and lower highs here on this chart. So nothing really that shows that we are getting closer to the 48,500, above which I think we can then, or 48,800, above which we can then expect a return, a really also short-term and long-term return to the upside. But that level we need to get across above, which is that top here that we marked on the 18th of September. We need to get up above all of that here, above the 48,800, to make sure that we will continue our move to the upside. And that is when I personally will start to talk about a trend reversal to the upside, because everything that happens here in this region is still marking lower lows and lower highs. Even though if we make a very short-term higher high here, that would still be below the 48,800. And as long as we are not seeing a close above the 48,800, I will still talk about a short-term downtrend. What is Cardano doing? Very similar here. Still fighting to keep the price above $2, but very similar to Bitcoin. We aren't going to see that push to the upside until we get above 265 in my view here, or also 280 is another important level, but the 265 I'd personally be happy with. That is that high that we marked here on the 9th of September, but really we actually need to get above 280 to really mark that for me personally to believe that we continue our move to the 450 level. because everything, again, what happens in that region here, is not really another push, another major high again. We need to get there for me to give me confidence that we will push again above 310 and then 450. And that just needs to happen to show that we have marked that trend reversal. But there are obviously things along the way that we're going to track that will tell us if it is becoming more likely that we're going to turn around here. At the moment, I can't see that yet. I still think, again, also with Cardano, we're going to drop once more. If Bitcoin is going to drop, which I expect, Cardano will drop as well. And again, I'm very happy to be wrong here, but I still think we need to see it again in order to move that, push that move to the upside again. And here again, we are moving in that sideways move here. Triple top here now, 1, 2, 3, maybe now a push to the downside, but we could also continue to trade sideways for a bit. It all depends on Bitcoin now. What is Bitcoin doing? As we said, Bitcoin is trading in that descending triangle at the moment. And now with that support line here actually broken, we can actually, with that resistance or support line broken, we can also push that line further down. That was actually to show you where that descending triangle is on the Cardano chart. And we broke that level here at 213. So now I think we can also expect a further continuation into that descending triangle apex, at which point then possibly also latest then next week we will see another push to the downside. That is what I expect. Now short term, yes, we could also see a break to the upside, but let's face it, in the next few weeks there probably needs to be another push to the downside. I just want to prepare you mentally as well, just to remain calm. Of course, whatever financial decision you make, of course, is entirely up to you. But I still think we need to see that drop in order to continue our move. And that is the Binance chart here, to that completion of wave 3, which is sitting at least 450. So we are in that ABC correction box here at the moment. And I still think we come down once more. This is based on the Elliott Wave method. And the 450 at least I gave you as price target for the next few months. And again, I could be wrong here. I only talk about what I can see in the charts. I'm not pretending it to be the super expert, but I think I know the chart now fairly well. And so far it has been very accurate, I think. So let's see. And again, no trade should be made before a breakout is actually happening. Everything else is speculation, unless you do long-term holding, hodling, and total cost averaging. Then it doesn't really matter that much when you invest, in my view. But again, that's only my personal opinion. That's how I do it every week, a little bit. Put it in there, ideally when it dips, but in the end I try to keep the emotion out. I also have a trading portfolio, which I talked about in previous videos, but I'm not that active because I am working full-time, so I can't always be here, looking at the charts. But yeah, that's what I think, still come a little bit further here into this yellow box, target level, and then continue our way to 450 at least. Alright, so hopefully you liked that video. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.